Assalamu alaikum. Today we're going to talk about naming ionic compounds. What are ionic compounds? Ionic compounds are when a non-metal and a metal come together to create a natural compound. Metal, which are positively charged, or cations, and non-metal, which are negatively charged, or anions. Okay, so how do you name these guys? We're going to start off with this. The naming of metals and non-metals. Non-metals are anions, so which means that the given name for it in the periodic table has to change. You have to drop the last syllable and replace it with an IDE. Okay, but the name for the metal does not change. It does not substitute anything. You have to use the same name that is given in the periodic table. So what am I talking about? NaCl, which we know as table salt, Na, which means sodium, and Cl is chlorine. And sodium, we don't change it stays the same, sodium. But chlorine, as we know, is a non-metal, so we drop the last syllable and replace it with the IDE, which goes to chloride. Okay? So, Ag2NS. We do the same thing as we did here. Ag2, as we know, is silver. So, we just write it out, silver. We don't change anything about it. But S, as we know, is sulfur. But there's a common mistake between people that call it sulfuride, which is incorrect. We call it sulfide. Okay? Okay. So what if we're given the name? How do you solve that? As you know, sodium has a positive charge. Where's my pen? Okay. Has a +2. And chloride has a -1 because of group 7. We cross multiply it like so. Okay. And we get MgCl2. And it's as simple as that. So, magnesium chloride becomes MgCl2. Mg is the acronym for magnesium, and chloride, Cl is the acronym for chloride. And we check that by looking at the periodic table. Okay? And thank you.
As my partner just said, there are metals and non-metals. But what about the transition metals? Transition metals are the guys who are in the middle of the periodic table. The reason they are called transition metals is because their acidic level and their charge are constantly changing. They don't have a definite charge within them, so how do we distinguish which part we use? We use Roman numerals. So we have to figure out the charge of Fe. So we'll do our cross idea, and this will become -2, and this will become +3. And the answer is iron 3 oxide will remain the same. So what if we have the name? We're going backwards now. We're going from the name to the formula. So this will be +2. This will be -2. We're going to do the cross idea again. And the answer will be Fe2 and O2. And it's simple as that. Okay, so polyatomic ions. Polyatomic ions are exactly as they sound. Poly meaning multiple, and atoms. So they have multiple atoms together. So when they come across a compound, it is more than 2 elements in it. So this guy has 3 sulfate. So lithium and there's a list of polyatomic ions on page 178, table 2, that you should have memorized by now to know how to name a polyatomic ion. So anyway, this is lithium sulfate. So to get SO4, as I said before, you have to go to page 178 and table 2 to find the SO4, and you will find that it's named sulfate. So what if we're going backwards? We know that calcium has a +2 charge and hydroxide has a -1. So we're going to make the cross idea, and it's going to be so. Is this right? It's this is wrong because the 2 is telling me is that I have 2 hydrogen, and we want the real answer is that you have 2 hydroxide. So this is wrong. We're gonna rewrite this and put Ca, and you're gonna put the hydroxide in brackets. So this is the answer. Pretty easy. Now we're gonna do some practice. As we know that magnesium, Mg is magnesium, so and to know NO2, you have to know what's on the table. So NO2 is nitrate.
Well, thank you for watching the whole video. We sincerely hope that you actually learned something. I am Shaya, my partner is Khalid Baqa, and we bid you a good day.
The remainder of this video is bloopers, and I hope you enjoy it.
We leave you now. We're just gonna name the metals. These names, they are given in the periodic table. But for the non-metal, we're going to drop the and we check that by looking at the periodic table. Okay? And thank you. And then
we use Roman numerals.
Roman.
The name. We're going backwards now. We're going from the name to the formula. So iron.
Jump up, move your body to the right, nobody can stop you tonight. No girl look sweet like you tonight. Every man have them eyes on you.